Hello Sagittarius, welcome to my channel, The Intuitive Teacup. So happy to have all the Sagittarians up in the house with me today for your monthly career and finances tarot spread. This is going to be roughly the end of January into the end of February. But as you all know, energy is free-flowing. There is no fixed stop or end date. So it is up to you to come into this reading with an open heart and an open mind. Ultimately, only take away those messages that speak to you in some way that resonate. If they do not, drop it like it's hot. That probably means it's a message for someone else and it's not your energy I'm connecting with. Unfortunately, it won't be your message every time in these general readings. But also come into this, with open-minded. Sometimes messages will resonate in a few hours, in a few days, in a few weeks. So if that's the case, that means it was your message. So take it and run with it, right? Mad love to the Saggies out there. You guys have been supporting me since the very start of this channel. So thank you so much. Everything about this reading will be in the description box below. That includes the decks I'm using here today, as well as my social media channels. I am the Intuitive Teacup on Facebook and Instagram, and asoflate.com. Check out my website if you want to learn more about me, about tarot, etc. And that's about it. We're going to get into your career and finances reading for Sagittarius. Messages for their best and highest good. Sagittarius, messages for their best and highest good. Sagittarius, career, money, and finances. All right, let's hop in. All right, so bottom of your deck is the Hierophant. It's a card of Taurus. Quite clearly, it is a spiritual leader of sorts, so that could absolutely apply to you. In the more broad sense, it is a leader, right? So potentially you are a school teacher or somebody who stands in front of a group and speaks to people, somebody who is trying to recruit people, somebody who is trying to get people on board with an idea, sell a product, etc., right? You are standing before the, quote, congregation, right? Trying to potentially sway their idea, sway their opinion, their perception. It could be a political leader of some kind. Frequently, it does speak about tradition, the idea of like institutions, the church, education. So yeah, some of you could be applying to jobs. And so if you are not in this leadership position, you could be one of the followers, right? Potentially. This may also have to do with some incorporation of a social media channel that you're trying to like get word out on, right? Preaching to the group, etc. And yeah, you're making progress, slowly but surely. Knight of Pentacles, this is a card of Virgo specifically, but it's Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, so double Taurus here, if that means anything. You may have strong Taurus in your chart. Yeah, slowest moving knight in the deck. That is important to note because it is Earth energy. I always joke, you can't look at a seed and will it to grow faster. It's going to grow when it is supposed to. It's a card of letting things develop organically, but also it is a card of offering you some peace of mind in that as long as you're showing up, right? As long as you're doing your work, you're putting your messages out there, or vice versa, showing up to absorb the information, take the classes, absorb the knowledge, the intellect, something like that. The knights, whenever a knight appears in tarot, it means there is progress. There is change on the horizon or happening before your very eyes. But with this, there is an element of, well, I'm here and I don't feel anything changing. But this is almost saying, even to me, universe, God, spirit, whatever you believe in, is overseeing this progress and it is moving. It's just, it may be moving at a rate that is so slow, you don't feel it. And so with that, I would caution you that some of you are about to give up because you feel like there will never be a breakthrough. You're never going to get that raise. You're never going to get that promotion. And it's false. Yeah, you have multiple cards indicating a false sense of what is around you or a false sense of what is happening. This is a mental prison, and what's so important about this is these negative thoughts, swords being our thoughts, our intellect, our ideas, they're pointed down, so they are not channeling messages from a higher source, right, to the sky, to universe. They are down, so it is a negative state of mind, and it is a card of self-imprisonment. It's our own false thoughts, our own false beliefs that are keeping us stuck, right? So with that, it's the idea of, metaphorically, if you take off the blindfold and look around, there's a circle of swords that you can easily step around. But with that, and I don't mean to gloss over it, because of course I'm speaking in metaphor, it is important to understand, where are these false beliefs coming from? Where are these false ideas coming from? What this is indicating to me is that you've been burned before. You've put a tremendous amount of energy and effort with wands. This is one of your cards, Sagittarius. This is the Wounded Warrior card. He has his little head bandage, like, he's had to endure a lot of pain or a lot of hardship, difficulties, and because of that, his defenses are up, right? It's like he's built a wall around himself, similar to this, to protect himself. So that's actually a really interesting take on this. It's almost like the thoughts that are keeping you stuck, it's I want to say subconsciously, right, with her foot in that water, the water being our subconscious. It's your own beliefs that it's keeping you stuck. It's keeping you protected because something about this really scares you. Something about this change, which is, it's very interesting and not my typical message for Sagittarians, but I mean, you are multifaceted people, right? We can't play broad strokes all the time. But yes, something about this change, it may involve leaving tradition behind. It may involve stepping into some sort of, it could be a leadership position or stepping into some sort of job or career where maybe you're out of your element. Maybe you've never done it before. Maybe this sounds so silly, but it's actually very common. Maybe it would offer you a pay salary or a pay grade that you've never even like dreamed of that. And so the idea of, again, subconsciously, the idea of all that money, it's like, what would I even do with that? You know, I wouldn't know how to live, or vice versa, right? Maybe you're taking a significant pay cut, but you're going after something that your heart is in alignment with. So yeah, it's like there's this slow change. I'm almost getting it is your own doing. And I'm not judging. I'm not trying to make you feel bad or throw shade or anything. But these are cards indicating that the obstacles that are in your way are of your own doing. Again, feeling wounded, not trusting those around you, constantly feeling on the defense, like you have to be ready for attack, like something could go wrong. And that's what this is too. So it's not only like physically protecting your energy and wands can be career too. So not stepping outside the boundaries of, it's like the consistency of what you've been working on. Universe or spirit is trying to push you forward, potentially in a new direction. But there are all these beliefs of everything that could go wrong that you've settled for kind of not making strides forward. And it is, I do want to like underscore subconsciously, because you're trying to protect yourself, because there's fear. There's fear regarding this issue. You're worried that whoever you're getting into business partnership with, it might not be a good match for you. You might not get along with them. They might be very headstrong. And you, Sagittarius, sometimes can be a little bit headstrong too. You're worried about the reciprocity of the relationship, potentially with a Scorpio, though it doesn't have to be. Yeah, or again, something about the pay grade, whether it's lower or higher than you're used to. You're kind of feeling it out. You're balancing out your own internal scale of, yeah, like how do I feel about this? But also with Pentacles, money, right? Or even the body. I don't know why something about the body is coming through. How you'll adjust to this. So maybe it's more laborious. Maybe it's more hours, or vice versa. Maybe it's less. And that would make sense. If it's less hours, it's almost like subconsciously you need to keep yourself busy. You need to, to make the day go by, you need to have lots of things to do. And maybe there's something about this job where you sense you're going to be bored. And that's sort of what I get from this Knight too, because you are the Knight of Wands, Sagittarius. You are fire. You are one of the fastest moving Knights in the deck. We think of like a flame, like it needs oxygen to keep itself going or else it's going to burn out. And that's what I mean. It's like you need things to keep you busy. You need to feel like you're being productive and doing something. When you're just sitting there waiting around, yeah, there's a sense of boredom here. But then there's also a sense of a needed risk that brings you fear to go after what it is that you really want. Other bottom of your deck is Page of Moths. Yeah, something about the excitement, the intrigue, the exploration, the adventure. I think that's what you guys are seeking, but interesting, you have the same card twice. So same card, different decks. The Nine of Wands, again, wounded warrior type vibes, putting up the defenses. Something about needing to bust through, break through some sort of obstacle. And I don't know if that has to do with proving yourself to someone or standing up to someone who, again, has made you feel less than, having a difficult conversation with your boss. Wands can sometimes be communication. I'm going to clarify that. But, okay, so what's presenting is the Page of Moths, which is a Page of Wands. Pages are childlike energy, the excitement we feel, the passion we feel for something. Sometimes it's creative, artistic even. Something that lights our fire, right? Something that's that spark. It excites us, that childlike innocence or energy. Some of you may have a child who is a fire sign as well, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Yeah, it's like there's intrigue here to go off, again, like out of the safety zone, out of the comfort zone, to go explore something that lights your fire, that intrigues you, that excites you, but you're not doing it. So let's clarify these. What is this apprehension or fear? Why is the Nine of Wands and Eight of Swords coming up? The Empress. Yeah, guys, it has to do with either your intimidation of your boss or stepping up into a position where money will be good. Money will flow. But again, everybody's situation is a little bit different. But with this new intrigue, this new excitement you have to go off in maybe another direction or into the unknown, which is very Sagittarian energy. You guys live for the thrill of it, right? The travel, the adventure. It may put you in a position of leadership and maybe that's intimidating to you, but the bank account will be good. When the Empress shows up in a career spread, I love that. Because the Empress builds the empire, right? She's not only the Queen of Pentacles, she's graduated a step. She's the freaking Empress, right? Frequently, the Empress is shown pregnant. It's sometimes the card of motherhood. Maybe that's on the horizon for one or two of you, but it's more the idea of creation, giving birth to something out into the world that comes, again, from inside of us, from our heart space. And again, earth energy, it's very slow. It can't be rushed. You can't will a baby to come out faster, right? So over time, Sagittarius, this influx of money, which I do think that is it for some of you, it will put you in a position where funds are better, funds are good, like money is flowing. But because it's presenting as earth, you don't need to be worried that it's all going to come slamming down on you at once. I think you're fearing being overwhelmed, or again, something about not having enough energy to meet someone's standards or to be like in their good graces. There is an element of like a people pleaser. And that has like both a low vibration and a high vibration as well. You're worried about judgment and fear of what other people think of you. But interestingly enough, okay, I love this. So this is one of, technically it's one of your cards. It's Jupiter energy, which speaks about expansion. It's the Wheel of Fortune. Is it called the Wheel of Fortune? Yeah, it's called the Wheel of Fortune in this deck too. Expansion, good luck, influx of money. Things turning in a positive direction, even in the reverse, which it wasn't, by the way. It's still a very positive card. And again, in a money spread, it can indicate it's time for movement. It's time for change. Like, keep the wheels turning. This stagnation, it feels like it's reached its expiration date. It feels like it's time to kind of understand where these fears are coming from, but ultimately realize you can sidestep the swords. Your own thoughts, you are in control of them, right? So whatever it is you're fearing, and for a lot of you, it's judgment that you won't meet the standard or something like be a good match or fit for the company. You don't know until you try, right? And the fact that you have Empress and Wheel of Fortune coming up, if those are, for anyone wondering, like, is money going to be good? Yeah, absolutely. It definitely could be. It's not going to come instantly. It's not going to come showering upon you, at the end of February. Slowly, though, I think as you gain more experience and showcase your talent, your skills, your abilities, it's like you're going to impress the leader, if that makes sense. And you're going to be on, like, I almost said the fast track, but maybe, but more so like the slow and steady wins the race vibe to money, right? Again, he's holding pentacles. This knight moves with money on the mind. And I will say this too. He's the most reliable knight in the deck. So while he might not be the fastest, when he is assigned a task, right? And some of you may be going out on the road to sell a product on behalf of your company, your institution, your whatever this is. You may be, and that's very Sagittarian too. It'll be like a sales rep that travels, something like that. Something about, like, there's fear here, but you are so well equipped to do that. You are the centaur, right? You are meant to be like that horse kind of like energy. Anyway, most reliable knight in the deck, he will get the job done. When you give him a task, when you give him an assignment, he will do it, but he will make sure it's done the right way. So he's not so much worried about the timeline. He's more concerned about the end goal, completing the task, doing it successfully, which is actually really fantastic energy for you, Sagittarius, because it's very grounded. It's not so much in this, I have to get it done right now and this and that. And part of me does feel like, because you're presenting as the Page of Fire, which is your elemental suit, it's still going to be fun, but something about the pace. You may have to work at a different pace or at a different income than you're used to initially, but then something about the Wheel of Fortune will start to turn and, like, Empress vibes, baby. Another card of Taurus, by the way, Taurus and Libra, very charismatic, very fun, commands the room, right? When the Empress walks in, all eyes are on her or him, right? Doesn't matter the gender so much, but yeah, it's almost like this fear of judgment from, and it could be from your mother too. I don't know why that's coming up, but it could be with the Empress. Something about the mother may be important here. Or the father, because you do have Leo, the Sun King. Wow, yeah. There you are. Yeah, it's like you don't even realize you're a powerhouse. You're sitting on amazing abilities to, I do keep wanting to say command the room. Some of you, again, maybe giving lectures or speeches or, again, selling products to groups of people. Yeah, something involving being in the forefront, being in the spotlight, being the star, right? In Aquarius season, the Aquarius card is the star, which sometimes can talk about the idea of celebrity, but in a lesser version of that, again, it's like boss lady mode or boss man mode. It's like you are the presence. You are the one driving the ship or steering the ship, leading the team, driving the whatever. Travel it feels like it might be here for some of you. Multiple cards indicating that. But look, there's happiness here. There's sunshine. You may be doing something involving children. This is a card of regrowth, rebirth, renewal, joy, lighthearted energy. Again, fun, charisma. So this little page of wands who just wants to feel something exciting again, look how beautiful it could be. There's absolutely like potential for growth and movement here towards a career that either better suits you or, again, towards a pay raise, towards a job title, whatever it is you're going after, whatever is in your sights, there's illumination there. What you are understanding, what you are thinking, sorry. I was going to say what you are being illuminated to and thinking, there is clarity. There's something about seeing, okay, I think it's seeing the potential for happiness. But so then my question is then, what is this then? Because you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. You can see how good it could be. But it's like, it's almost like a false belief. It's like when you look in the mirror, you don't see yourself as the king or queen of wands or the empress. You just see yourself as a page. And that's what this is too. It's false beliefs. Believing someone's going to beat you up or make fun of you or make a really harsh judgment call. Somebody's going to call you out on your work endeavors or on the efforts you're putting in. Some of you had like a bad experience at a workplace and yeah, you felt made to feel like embarrassed or ashamed or someone was just coming down really hard on you. And I have to be honest, that feels like you were just in like a niche position or with a boss who was just kind of crooked. And so for those who are no longer at that job, there's actually a chance that whoever was in leadership at that old place who made you to feel inferior or just kind of like it was a pain in your ass, there's something about karma there. They may be released from a job, they may be fired, they may be like written up, or kind of HR may be like kind of watching out for them because yeah, their mentality and leadership skills is crooked. That's sort of what I'm getting with that. Yeah, their heart is in a bad place. They're super judgmental and critical of people on their team. It might be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, though it doesn't have to be. And this is a Gemini card. So yeah, for any of you who worked with a Gemini or an air sign that was particularly hard on you, like, girl, bye. You don't need to worry about that anymore. Like, this says to me, like, there's karmic justice being kind of, it's like the universe is arranging that so, like, they get what's coming to them. Because, yeah, who snubs out someone's fire, right? Someone's light. You have Queen of Wands here again. So, okay, I actually really like that because this delay of you trying to decide, are you ready to step out of the comfort zone and go after what it is that you truly desire? The crown of illumination here, you're being illuminated to the environment around you. You're taking stock of almost like the safety of what's around you. And ultimately, the Hangman, card number 12, goes into card number 13, which is death. Death is a great card here. Death is all about releasing all the bullshit in our life that we don't need. Hello, false thoughts, false beliefs, wounded warrior, victim mentality, right? No shade, but that's one of the words that comes up with this card. Understanding by taking stock of what's around you, upside down, right? He sees the world from a different perspective. By changing your perspective and choosing to see these thoughts from a different perspective, a different belief in a new work scenario, under new leadership, or again, stepping up to be the leader, you get to decide what no longer suits you in your life. The story you've been writing, if that's not your story anymore, like, you don't need to carry that burden around anymore. So this is saying you are on the cusp, you are on the brink of transitioning into something so much better, Sagittarius. money, like Empress and Wheel of Fortune. I'm not a hype man. I don't read cards like you're gonna win $1 million, but if this is what you're transitioning to, whether this is you or your boss, and for a lot of you it's you, it is stepping into your power. And when you know your worth, the universe wants to deliver that right to you, right? When you put a price tag on yourself that says, yeah, this is my skill, this is my ability, and this is how much I'm worth. Yeah, some of you are afraid to do that, again, because of judgment. You think people are going to laugh at you when you ask for $70,000 a year. If that's your like price, if that's, quantifying your skill or ability, why not ask for it? Again, good luck, Wheel of Fortune. Ask for what you're worth, right? Again, use your intelligence, right? Use good analysis and critical thinking. Don't just throw a number at the wall and hope it sticks. Does it come from you understand what I'm saying? Does it come from the proof is in the pudding? That's sort of what I'm saying. This is all about using your intellect and your skills and your sharpness, communicating a truth. Again, Libra energy, equilibrium, feeling something out. And that's what it is. I think some of you, it's deciding your worth, whether that has to do with a monetary price or just self-confidence, right? Again, seeing yourself as a page versus seeing yourself as the King of Wands. They're both fire suits, right? But again, something here about father and son or mother and daughter. Again, gender doesn't matter. Parent and child, I'll say. I feel like I get this message for you quite a bit, Sagittarius. You may have an issue with an authority figure, and particularly in the family, who really kind of cut you down as a child and maybe made you approach very cautiously, stepping into your full power as an adult, recognizing that you are your own person. You can thrive without the not under the mentorship, the tutelage of someone who's constantly pointing the finger at you and telling you you're not worth it. Something about the mouth to feed. So yeah, again, something about a parent dynamic. And if it's not a parent, someone an older, wiser mentor who really let you down, and it did impact your confidence. And I'll be real, this could be an ex, right? This could be someone you lived with for 10 years and it was maybe a toxic relationship. You're really fearful of other people's judgment, and that's what's holding you back. Have faith that in this new scenario or whatever it is you're moving towards, there's sunlight, there's joy, there's happiness, because once you choose to make executive decisions with confidence, again, the universe wants to usher in those changes that are in alignment with your heart, right? The universe is rooting for us. They want us to succeed, but they want us to prove to ourselves that we deserve to succeed, right? You're getting there. It's coming to the recognition of where these false beliefs are coming from and then walking away from these burdens, right? It's a 9. That would indicate it's close to the end of a really burdensome cycle. Once you reach the 10, it's I can drop this shit. I don't need it anymore. And for some of you, this is an X, particularly those who dated a Gemini. That keeps coming through very strongly. And no shade, I love me some Gemini. I got lots of Gemini in my chart. But yeah, something about that is coming through. Maybe embracing something new with a Taurus or a Libra. If you're dating around, that seems like it might be a good fit for you. Or maybe a Leo as well. You have a lot of Taurus and Earth energy though. All right, so yeah, once you decide to transition and welcome death in, Scorpio card, right? Then it's you can leave the baggage behind, and again, changing of the tide, turning of the cycles, or however you want to say it, turning of the wheel. Something about a factory, a gear, or a bicycle. I don't know why that's coming through, but I just got the visual of that. I was going to say you have the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands. This says to me, romantic partnership, sure, maybe, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. More than anything, a good match. How we were saying that some of you are fearing that you won't measure up, you won't be enough, that your superior, your supervisor, your boss, your whoever, they're going to look down on you. They're going to make harsh judgments on you. They're going to cut you from the team. This is indicating to me once you get on that horse and decide to move forward slowly but surely, even though there's something about it that intimidates you, or something about it, again, it's out of your elements. It's a perfect match. Their elementals are the same. They're the king and queen. So again, gender out the window, good collaboration, good partnership. Their values, their ethics, their ideas, their wands, they're the same. They work well together. These people create magic together, right? This is the magic suit. It's you, Sagittarius. The magic wand, again, confidence, charisma, abilities to woo the crowd, to sell to the crowd, to convince the followers, right? Yeah, and very career oriented. My wand suit, for better or worse, they are work hard, play hard. So not only will you find work that is fulfilling, you will also get to celebrate your accomplishments and your victories. I really like that. Yeah, lots of fire energy here. Double Leo cards and Aries as well. That might be strong in your chart. All right, let's hop into your challenger focus. I feel like we already kind of went over that. We're at 25 minutes. Good Lord. All right, so Eight of Beetles. Love this. It's the apprenticeship card. The eight of coins, or Eight of Pentacles, as they like to say. Yes, some sort of idea about your career moving forward. You have the same card twice, actually. Ah, wow, and the King of Pentacles. Damn. Another card of Taurus. Did you have this earlier? No, you had the Hierophant. So double cards of Taurus. And again, slowly but surely there's progress. You go from the Knight of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. So again, earth energy over time, I'm going to say over a year or two or three, your bank account is going to be real good. There's going to be reciprocity for the energy, the endurance you're putting forth. You are going to reap the reward of that. Keeping your nose to the grindstone. That's what this card indicates. Generally speaking, it's work that you enjoy. Sometimes it can be like an internship card, which would make sense for some of you if you're presenting as a Page of Wands and you're, again, out of your element, but excited by this company, intrigued by this job. You think you have the skills that could really help drive the company forward. Yeah, something about going after that. The work will fly by. It will feel easy. You will enjoy it. Generally speaking, this is a good card, but it does involve work. It's going to take work. But when it's work you enjoy, what is that expression? If you find a job you love, you never work a day in your life. That's what's coming up here. Some of you are definitely thinking about transitioning to a new career. Brand new, right? With an ace. Or, okay, and at minimum, thinking about that. For those who are still kind of stuck in this, I don't know, I'm sort of hesitant, and I don't know if I can do it, and I don't know if I want to leave this job because I need the benefits, and I don't have enough vacation days, but this and that. There's indecision here because of fear, because you don't want to screw yourself over, essentially. There's some sort of idea or epiphany about how you want to work moving forward, but it is coming up as your challenge or focus. So what advice or guidance can we give Sagittarius for this? Advice or guidance? Deciding the work that is most fulfilling. And for you, Sagittarius, you're caught between a rock and a hard place because you're worried that something about the stability and the safety of the job you need is not going to match your passion. You're worried, it just keeps coming up, you're worried you're not going to have fun. That's not the case. Again, Spirit is rooting for you. Spirit doesn't want you to have to break your back every day and feel exhausted just to pay rent, right? Just to pay your bills, just to, get food at the grocery store. Temperance, I love that. Yeah, guys, this is so great. You got your own card, Temperance, the Angel of Love, balance, patience. Patience is huge here. Knight of Pentacles, again, reliable. He will get it done, but he's in no rush. And this is also saying Queen of Swords, which came up earlier. This is saying to me, understanding the kind of work you want to do long term, universe will help usher that in. Universe will push the wheel forward to get you into Empress status, right? But it all comes down to when Sagittarius, your card, when Sagittarius decides, intellect, swords, to make executive decisions with clarity, with confidence, unapologetically. And also, this is like a really great meeting of the minds. Some of you, collaboration and partnership might be huge. I was saying that. There may be some sort of business partnership, even with your best friend, even with your husband, with your wife, with your mother, right? That allows something new to be birthed into the world, and it's fun, it's creative, it's exciting, it will catch people's eye. And also this, a meeting of the minds, but also there's something about you guys are an equal match, but sorry, it's not coming through. It has something to do with, nobody is intellectually superior. That's what I'm trying to say. When you speak your truth, when you are very blunt, Sagittarius, and speak your opinion and offer your insight, this person doesn't have to retaliate to prove themselves. It's not like you are knocking their confidence. It doesn't come from a place of ego or judgment. It comes from a place of let's make this idea the absolute best it can be. You have 2 queens, so this could also indicate working with 2 very strong females. Doesn't have to be. Or 2 very strong air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Again, executive decisions made with clarity and confidence, and a higher vibing Queen of Swords. She's not doing it to be judgmental. She's doing it because she is welcoming in what she sees as fair, as just. Something about the scales. Libra might be very, something about a Libra might be very helpful to you in your life right now, Sagittarius. I don't know why I showed you that. I didn't mean to. But maybe that card was supposed to be, okay. Because a Libra is going to help set you free. That's what it is. A Libra is going to help you gain back your confidence. It's almost like they are going to hand you the sword that allows you to cut yourself free. So they're not going to do it for you. Again, you have to be your own hero, Sagittarius. I just heard that Foo Fighters song, There Goes My Hero. That's so adorable. That's actually cute. So this might be your wife. This might be your husband. This might be your best friend. They love you. There goes my hero. That is to you. It's like they help set you free from these false thoughts. They're your cheerleader. They champion you. Yeah, this does kind of have like a cute little like coupley type vibe to it. I have to be honest. It could absolutely be your best friend, right? Could be someone you friend zoned and becomes like a romantic partner, but there's like badass female energy here. The Queen of Swords is Libra energy, and there's Libra energy here too. It's cardinal energy, someone who gets something up and running, off the ground, innovative ideas, and again, very clear vision of what they want, making executive decisions with confidence. That's what you need in your life, Sagittarius. I would hang out with your Libra friend if you have one. This is what I was trying to show you earlier, the scales. Libra is the scales of the zodiac. They're going to set you straight. When sometimes you are feeling down, it's like they will rebalance your scales. And that's really what temperance is too. It's tempering out your emotions, right? She's got her foot in that water, her pool of intuition and dreams. And look, right behind her, she's making her way towards that sunshine, right? Where's my sun card? That new beautiful path that you see it filled with potential and opportunity. It's just understanding how to go for it, right? How to break away from what scares you. All right. I think we are going to wrap it up for Sagittarius. Let's show some of these cards for Sagittarius. Okay. And actually, let me look at these last 4. 5 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups. Yeah, until you decide what it is that you love, money is going to be awkward. So for those of you wondering, am I going to get that raise this month? When you decide to align with what you love and stop ignoring the signs from God, from universe, right? When universe is trying to hand you that sword to cut yourself free, every time you deny yourself of that opportunity, I'm not going to say it's digging yourself deeper into a hole, but there's no progress here. Again, when you're defensive to blessings trying to come into you, until you reach out and grab that cup for yourself, universe isn't just going to like toss it into your lap. You have to make some sort of energy, give some sort of energy or effort towards forward movement, towards progress. Even a baby step, right? Page of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, even a slow step is still progress in the right direction, Sagittarius. All right, so the cards you got are Builder. Your innate ability to build and create. Let me try that again. Your innate ability to build and create brings you a deeper sense of accomplishment. I'm all excited. I'm in that fiery energy. I'm going a mile a minute. Counseling. You heal with kind words, wise advice, and an empathic ear. And yeah, something about your Libra does too. You may be, and if it's not a Libra, it's someone who may have served as an advice giver or a counselor, an advisor of some kind, financial advisor, some sort of executive, but they offer some sort of insight. This is all about the mind. Yeah, they have a very active mind, and I just heard third eye too, so they might actually be very spiritual as well. And it might be your mother. Part of this may have to do with having a difficult conversation with a mother, or if it's not difficult, your mother may know what to tell you to kind of urge you or nudge you in the right direction. Light and love. Your purpose is to bring divine healing light and love to this world. Oh, Sagittarius, I love it. All right, guys, that's what I got for you. Please do like, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below what resonates for you, and I will see you very soon for more tarot. Bye.